let's start the Mega Million Nobody Won. It jumped to 655 million about, or 630 million, something like that. And it's hyper underscoring yahoo.com for any game prediction or request. Always remember that is guaranteed, but trust yourself. Donate, subscribe, share, and like my video. Click on my name or my GoFundMe icon to support my cause or my channel. And please do that. And also email me on my name for if you want to learn my system. Also email me for that as well at hyper_yahoo.com. Click on the join button. Now let's get back to the video. I stopped it right over here. I stopped it right over here. Now you have a 13 number matrix right there. So if you know that the 0, 1, 2, 3, 7 is only used, then you only can wipe out the 5 number with the digit 5. So wipe out 5 number, that's 5 number less versus 18 number versus 13 number. You would rather have 13 numbers. So again, let's look at the 0. 0, I have 1, sorry about that, 2, 3, 4. So 0 is 4 times. Do the 4 times here, and it will be 20%. I have 1 occurring 12, 13, 17, 21, 31, 5 times, whopping 20%. I have 2, 12, 20, 21, 23, 32, 27. 6 times. 6 times is whopping 13%. Right? Not 13%, 16%. 6 times 16 is 96, about 16%. And you have 3, 13, 23, 31, 32, 37. You have 5 times in the digit 3. 5 times in the digit 3, which is also 20%. This is 25%. Sorry about that. 4 times is 25%, not 20%. This is 7 occurring 70, 37, 27, 17, and 7. Also 5 times. A whopping 20%. So that means you cannot lock any number out. You cannot lock any numbers out. No way you can lock any number out. If you can lock any number, I would lock the 0. I'll pick a 2, 7, 70, or 20. I will lock them out. And if I look at the breakdown, I see 2 deserve to be locked. Why is 2 deserve to be locked? 2 was overdue. 2 was overdue, and I knew the 2 was coming last night. For those of you, I told people that 2 was coming. If I did this correctly, I would have foreseen that the best option out of the 4 number is lock the 2 or the 70. 70 was also due, 2 was also due. So the best, and we know that 20 isn't going to come back again because 20 came already, I think. So it wasn't going to come back again. I bet my chips that 20 wasn't coming back again. So it would either 22, 7, or 70 because 2 was overdue. 70 was kind of overdue, but 2 was overdue first. And even though 70 was overdue, it came also. So that means if I had to go for 2, 0, I would bet 2 and 70 because you bet the 2 overdue ones. And that 2 and 70 came, that popping to 50% chance of picking it correct because there's 2, 0 that came. Now for the 7 also came 2 times, about 40%. So 40% of picking the first one correct, and 50% of picking the first 0 number with the first 0, the first number with 0 correct. And 3 occurred 3 times, that popping to 60, bump you up to 60% of picking the first 3 number with 3 correct. For the 6, for the 2, you have occurred 2 times, that 32%. And for the 5, for the 1 time, that stays at 20%. Occur 1 time. So out of all the percent, because 3 got drawn 3 times, chances of picking a 3 correct is 60%. If you think a 3 is going to get drawn more than once, number of 3 is going to get more than once, you bet. Then that 20, if you think that 3 is going to get drawn 3 times, it's 60% chance of picking the first one correct. So why not why not lock a 3 and max it out? If you think it's gonna get drawn 3 times, there's a 60% chance of picking the first number with 3 correct. 31, 32, 37. And there's 5 of them. There's only 5 of them. So chance of picking it correct would increase to a whopping 60%. So why would not lock it? So you gotta think if a digit is gonna get used more than once. Okay, you gotta think about that. Remember, you gotta use every single digit once. Now, each combination is gonna be hard-headed. So, okay, let's look at the winning coordinate for last night's draw. I have 2, which is B3 and B4. So if you look at 2, B3, and B4. So for Tuesday's draw, the 2 would be here, B3 and B4. 2 would be here. You have 31. Let's see where the 31 is. Let's go with the 32. 32 is E. 32 is E4, E2 and F2. 32 is E2 and F2. F2. And E2. You see it? E2. So 32 is E2 and F2. So that means that 32 would be right here. Now I have 37. Same thing. I only add F1 because E2 uses the 3, so it's going to be F1. I go to F1. Let's see where F1 is. Well, I have F1 7. F1 7. See it? 7. So I go to F1 and I pull up the 7. So 32 and 37 right there. Let's look at the 70. 31. 31, I won't add another 3. I will use this 3 again. And that 31 would be a D3. D3. Let's look at D3, what I have. D3, I have 1. You see it? D3, I have 1. So, bingo. I have 1. So, I have 31 going diagonal, 32 left to right, 37 going diagonal. So, the 25. G3 and F4. G3 and F4. F4 is the 5. And G3. Let's look at G3. G3 is 2, so that's the 25. So I go into the coordinate and plug it in. 25. There's your red ball. And the blue box, I should have done it. The blue box would be 70, would be right here. The blue box would be 70, would be right there. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to move the camera. Blue box is 70, would be right there. I'm sorry about that. 70 would be right there. You see, all the numbers are spread out. Now, even though the number is spread out, you want to play one set just to spread out. I want to play a couple of combinations just to spread out, just in case that draw is not grouped together. Because when the jackpot's high, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want when the jackpot's high. Because you put the 70 in the blue box, there's no need for the 02 to be there. So because you put the 0 in the blue box, there's no need to be 2 to be there. You can use less cornet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cornet were used, but it's spread out. There's no need for that. But that's how it goes. No need for 02 because 02 was over here. And I believe this one was 6 right here. This was 6. If that was a 5, I would not need these two also. That was a 6. So that's why the blue box is important. And 70 is not in the Dster, but the 70 was right there. I should put the 70 in the blue box over there. And I hit that jackpot easily. Look at this. Wow. Now you're going to do it. Those corners I gave you. Do those corners I gave you on previous video. And this video, input them in the Dster. Where if I told you it's F2 is 2, you put the 2 in the F2. That's simple, not hard. Not hard. I'm going to give you the rest of the cornets for the mega. I believe I'm up to here, so I'm up to here. Friday's draw. I'm up to here, so I'm gonna put D2 and E2. That's simple. I'm gonna give you the next corner for Friday's draw. It would be 630 minutes about. So let's give you input the corner D2. D2 I have 3, and E2 I have 6. 6. Very good. For the Mega Man draw, let's look at the Mega Man. For B2 and C3. So if I look at the Mega Man draw, look at B2. I have B2. Let's look at what B2 is. B2 I have 9. And C3 I have 6. C3 I have 6. Okay, that's Friday's draw. So input those in the corner. You're gonna input them. Don't be lazy. Input them in the corner. If you're lazy, you're not gonna hit the jackpot. Now, I'll give you the next 2 corner. Sorry about that. Don't want to delete a slide by accident. Okay, so Friday's draw, we have D1, and F4. D1 I have 5. Forgot to make this bigger so you guys can see it. And F4 I have 8. I have 8. So again, Friday's draw I can't do anything. Don't want to mess it up. Okay, next 2 cornets. Input them correctly. Don't mess it up. You gotta input them correctly. If you do it wrong, go back to the video and see where you did it wrong. Because you put the wrong corners will give you the wrong hits. E4 I have 0. So when I do it, give you these. I'm giving you correctly. I don't want to give you the wrong corners. H3 I have 3. You can email me with a blue box number. Blue box number is important. You can see why the blue box number is important. Sorry about that. Yeah. E4 is 0, H3 is 3. So gotta make this bigger so you guys can see it. Sorry about that. I made it too small. Yeah, made it too small. Let's see if I can give you the the jackpot Dster. So yeah, G3 I have G2, G3 I have 9, G2 I don't know what I did wrong. C, not G, C2. Sorry about that. You see where I did wrong? C, not G, so C2. C2 is 6. Because I had giving out G2 already, so I don't know why I gave out again. So for Friday's draw, okay? As this is for Tuesday, I don't want to confuse anybody. I don't want to retype it on every slide. Can't copy and paste for some reason. Yeah, on this one, let's keep going. Let's give you E3 and F1. E3, I have 9. F1, I have 0. F1, I have 0. So that's it. Mega Man draw, I think I have more coins. Oh, I have more coins to give you. Okay, very good. D4 and F3. So on the D4, copy these corners down. On the D4, I have 8. Gotta make it bigger. D4, I have 8. F3, I have 2. I have 2. So for Friday's draw, and this one is just an extra slide. Not extra slide, this is for Powerball. Okay, so D4 and F3. So I gave you all the coins there for Friday's game. So input those coins down, and you can email me for the blue box number. I can show you again why the blue box is important, because you can see what happened when I have the O2 over here. I got 2 more coins. When I put the blue box number to put 70, I also created O2. And why can I create O2? Because O2 is already in Dster. And I'm not adding extra number in the matrix because O2 is already in the Dster. I'm not adding extra number. You don't want to add extra numbers when you add the blue box. Then you have to you have to count those numbers in the blue box also that you added extra to it, and then decide if you want to play those. So when you add those numbers, make sure you're not adding extra numbers. For some reason, the O2 is in the blue box, but also in the Dster already in the extra number, so it's safe. So you have O2 and 07 right over here. That's why the blue box number is important, because no 70 in the Dster, you need the 0 in the Dster to create 70. That's when you hit the jackpot with that 70. And email me for the blue box number. That increase your chance hitting that jackpot, because number in the blue box also increase your chance. So let's look at the combination. So I don't know which slide I did. Did I do any slide? Okay, let's just use this. Let's just use this one. Let's just use this one. Now, show everybody how it works. Now I have 12 I know 2 was due, so or 2 was going to be drawn, whatever you like to say it. I would max it out, but I would not lock it. Oh, sorry about that. I would max it out, but I will not lock it. So that means I have 2 going down. Remember, you have to use every single digit once. So what next would I use? I would use 31. Maybe I'd like to use 31. So use 31. Lock it. Lock it. Now, what do I need to use? 7 is not used. Only 7 I could use is 07, 27, 37, 57. And maybe I think the 7 is going to get drawn twice. With and 0, and it drawn twice with a 0. So I will add the 70 right there. I have every single number used once already. Not counting the 5, not counting the 5. Now, so I have extra spot to use. Maybe nobody want to pick the 30s, so I'll pick the 30s. So maybe I'll pick a 32, because the higher a digit you use more than once, the lower chance you have. So to bet the safe, I will not use the 0 3 times. So yeah, 32. Maybe I want 13. No, so you have that. Now you have extra space for every other combination because you use every single digit once. As I get to 32, let's start 07. 12, 13, 17, 20, 21, 23, 27, 31 is used, 32 is used, 37. You think all 3 30s that get used? That's the only 3 30s you have, 37. And then 70 is used. So you have 13 numbers, you have 9 combinations. So out of all this, your winning combination would be on number 9. Right here. Number 9 right there. If you don't use every single combination, let's say you don't use a 1. So you can change this row maybe to a 7. You will have extra combination. Make sure you use every single digit once if you pick that section. Every single digit once. Let's show you the Dster system where it is. That means if I had to go from left to right, there would be a number right here. There would be a number right here. You see that number? There will be a number right here. And the number on top of that Dster was going to be 8 and 6. Number going to be on top of that Dster was going to be 8 and 6. You see it? It's going to be 8 and 6. 8 and 6. You can go back to the coordinates. It should be 8 and 6. So you're going to pick this section right here. You will pick a 6 corner section. You will pick this section off the Dster. 870, 326. And because of that, you would have 20. You would have 70, 02, and 37. Right? So 37 would be right here. 70 would be right here. 32 would be right here. 02 would be right here. 37 would be right here. You have a 6 coordinate with 4 numbers inside that section right there. If you had known the blue box over there was a 0, you would have 4 numbers. If you don't know the blue box was 0, you only have 32 and 37. You wouldn't have 02 and 70. You wouldn't have 02 and 70. And that close, if this was 8 was a 1 and 6 was a 5, you have all numbers in that section. Not hard. People don't want to believe that it's a 6 corner game, 5 corner game. Don't want to use that. You're going to take chances. Use 5 corners, 6 corner game. You want to do that, you're going to hit the check. 4 numbers are right in that section. 4 numbers in that section right there. How much 4 number? 4 number is not a lot of money because probably 100 or 500. I don't know. But if you do multiply, it will be taxed. So you won't want to do you don't want to be taxed on a 4 number. So on a 4 number, that's $500. Still good money, because if you hit the 4 number, that's $500. $500 will give you a lot of money to play for next draw. So why? Let's look back to the draw. So if you look at this combination, these are 4 numbers. So 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500, 4,000. You have hit 4,000 because it's 500 on 4 numbers, I think. So you hit $4,000 if you play by this setup. $4,000 in your pocket without tax. But on a lifeline, you would hit that jackpot of $1 million. And if you guess the 25 correct, you would have jackpot of 600 million, 555 million for last draw. Now 630 million. Gotta email me for the blue box number or the breakdown. You're gonna hit the jackpot. You're gonna know which number to play. And I knew a 2 was gonna come. I had maxed out the 2 last draw. I told somebody max out the 2. So before I end the video, click the join button. Email me hyper_links.com. Click on my name. You can go fund me, support my cause, or support my channel. Earth icon, go fund me icon. Donate, subscribe, share, like my video, and always remember nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself.